reading part 4 of Kabir's Sakhis, Kabir's poetry of Kabir in praise of the saints. Kabir, the sandal tree's fragrance, pervades the Takapales. It has made all that surrounded it the likeness of itself. A saint retains his holiness in the midst of host of the ungodly, as the Mawauya tree retains its coolness in the embrace of a poisonous snake. Horses, elephants in plenty, royal canopies, fluttering banners of rather beggarliness, but then such an abundance if the beggar spends his days invoking Hari. Beautifully built is the city, everywhere full of delights, yet if it contains no love for Ram, it is a desert. I have two companions in me. One is Ram, the other is Vasnava. One is the bestower of salvation, the other makes me invoke the name. A house where saints are not honored, where Hari is not worshipped. Such a house is like a burning ground haunted by evil spirits. Ambition is an inferno. He who seeks not power is free from care. Those who have no desire for power view Indra himself as a tramp. Kabir has become like a Kataki flower. All the devotees are like bees. Wherever the bhakti of Kabir blooms, there Ram has his dwelling. Kabir, that family alone is noble. Where devotee of Ram is born, that family in which there is no devotee is like the take ballet. Where there are two people who worship is beneficial. One is the Sant, the other is Ram. Dasa. A dasa is a servant or devotee of God. Usually refers to Vanasa Bhakti. Rahari Ko Dasu is a devotee of God. Horses, elephants in plenty, and a king's daughter as a wife, yet he cannot match the simple water drawer who is the wife of Hari's devotee. Why disparage the queen and exalt the water drawer? One decks herself for her spouse and the other keeps invoking Ram. Those who have understood nothing can sleep a happy sleep. But when I woke up from my ignorance, great was my plight. To him who even in his dreams stammers the name of God, to become the soul of his feet, I offer my own skin. Kabir, I was on my way to Kaaba when God stood before me. The Lord then asked me, who ordered you to go? Kabir, he who has known Ram's name becomes frail of body. Sleep does not come to his eyes, nor do his limbs fill out. He who pines for Ram is already in pain, and let no one distress him further. From mere touch he may die, so great is his anguish. Though conscious, he remains as unconscious, feeble, devoid of strength, says Kabir. Let no one grasp the hem of the garment of such a saint. Rubies do not fill storerooms. Humps of birds do not fly in lines. Lions are not found in flocks, and saints do not walk in troops. Kabir, associating with the saints, cannot fail to bear fruit. Even if the santal tree is a dwarf, nobody will call it Nim. Kabir, blessed that day when you meet the saints, embrace them closely to you, and all your sins will be washed away. By the sweetness of their words, do not measure holiness. First they will show you the bottom, then drag you out to the deep. Kabir, the company of the saints should be sought every day. Samigai, sadhu. They will drive away wickedness and show you virtue's path. You may go to Mathura or Varka if you please, or Jagannath if you wish, but without the saints' company, the bhakti of Rama, nothing will be of any use. Hamsa birds go in pairs, they do not fly in flocks. Like ordinary wild geese, similar, the royal lion stalks the forest alone and with his mate. Real saints. The Tao expresses the value of the vanasa. Vanava, belief in the value of satsang. Some got sadhu is another word, satsang. Absence of hatred and desire, a tender love for the Lord, detachment from the pleasures of the senses. Such are the marks of a saint. The earth's shoppers digging and manuring the tree, puts up with the axe. The saint tolerates wicked words, but no one else can stand. Kabir, he who pleases Hari is recognized from afar. The gaunt of him is mind inverted. Mind in unamuna stage. Mana unamuna. Mind inverted. He wanders indifferent to the world. The devotee's life is an unending death. While the ignorant man lives like a lord, he discriminates not between right and wrong. His sole aim is to fill his belly. Knowingly they reject the truth and become enamored of falsehood. Ramji, do not let me associate with such people, even in dreams. Manu unamuna, his mind being an unamana, mind inverted. Jana Bhagataka Nita Marana. Kabir, no one will ever drink the putrid water in the moat, but if it falls into the Ganges, it becomes Ganges water. As long as a man clings to sensual pleasures, Hari does not dwell in his heart. But if Hari makes his dwelling there, man cares for pleasure no more. Though he looks pure white, trust him not. He practices the meditation of the crane. The meditation of the crane is a popular expression suggesting hypocritical piety or asceticism. The crane is a kind of heron whose back is pure white and whose feet are black. It stands perfectly still on the bank of the pond and appears deeply absorbed in dhyan, yogic concentration, whilst it is actually watching for fish. As soon as the fish passes by, the Bhagavagula strikes out its beak and head, disappearing under the water. Its meditation is broken for the sake of its belly. Sitting still near the water, it plunges for fish, and all his wisdom is sunk. Kabir, the waves of the ocean, how many come and go. I sacrifice myself to that devotee who, inverting, was absorbed within. The 5 pack bullocks went astray, wandering to barren fields. I offer myself in sacrifice to the devotee who caught them and held them in one place. The devotee is like a precious cloth, yet he can never be stained. But the sakta is like a black rub spread out whenever you please. My Lord dwells in all bodies. There is no empty couch, yet married bliss, my friend, is hers alone, in whose body he appears. Kabir, the Creator, is ever awake. Nobody ever stays awake, save the sensual man to drink poison and the devotee to worship God. Better a teeny bit of santal than a whole forest of babu. Better the saint's thatched hut than a sakta's rich estate. Kabir, blessed that woman who has been given birth to a Varanasi son, invoking Ram. He remains free of that fear, except for her. The whole world is sunless. Keep away from the sakta, though he be a Brahmin, associate with Varanasi, though he be a Khandal. Let him with open arms, as you had found Gopal. Kam will lead you to Ram. Kam will lead you to Ram? How could that be? Kam is desire will lead you to Ram. How can that be? What can the poor Kabir do when Sukhdev bears witness? Those who are unattached to the female form but are attached to Hari's name are witnessed by Goraknath have become immortal in this Kali Yuga. Kam is the Indian Eros. Know that it is out of selflessness that everyone claims to be your relative. That there is disinterested affection. Know that it is Hari's love. Kabir, from forest to forest I wander, searching for my Ram. If I met a Ram-like devotee, then all will be achieved. The fourth poem called In Praise of the Saints, number 4. From Kabir, Charlotte Vaudeville. The Hindu and English version of Vaudeville. Kabir, number 4.